I have two very special guests that go by Santo Pecado. That's right, Santo Pecado. These guys are international hip hop artists from Chicago, active community members, and they are owners of their own record label, and they are street politicians. Demo, Ramirez, and Juan Zarate, thank you for being on the show. Thank you for coming, guys. I really appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you for having us, bro.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate
I'm glad you guys made it, man. How was traffic? You guys have a hard time coming over here, finding the spot?
It was hard. It was hard coming up here from downstairs, bro. I walked into a fucking full bar.
It's like it's a man mansion out here, bro.
Yeah. How many beers are you in already, dude?
I stopped counting at 17, bro. You know.
Yeah.
I'll be alright though. I'll be alright.
I've been joining us. We got my boy Surf Dog in the background over there. You can't see him, but he's over there. And
I'm so glad.
Checking the house.
I'm so glad we can't see Surf and shit.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we can't see Surf, man. I'm so glad.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was sick of this man. Yeah. But la mascota salada, bro. La mascota salada.
Les robo la atención, güeyes.
Yeah, I know. Alright, guys. Well, thank you guys for coming, man. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate all you guys that are tuning in, that are watching this episode, man. This is a great episode. These guys have never been together doing a podcast together, and I'm glad to have them here on this platform. I really appreciate you guys being here. So let's start with Juan, because we already did demo. We got some input on him on the last podcast we did with him. So let's talk about Juan Zarate, and let's talk about Juan and see what's going on with you, man. Give us some background on what you is, dog. What's going on?
He's the pinball. Está bien
You say
preso.
what you is like? I'm getting shanked right now and shit, bro. Like,
Let me see your tats.
Let me see your tats, bro. Let me see your fucking shirt, bro.
I know this kind of podcast.
It's mandatory.
Nah, man, but yeah, same shit, bro. Like I've been in Little Village and back at the R's like since I was a kid, bro. You know, like,
Okay.
but I grew up in Little Village, and then like even when I moved, bro, like I've been in Little Village my whole life, bro. Like I own stores at this come on like for a long time, bro. Like you know, like recently, like a lot of people know, like as far as like people who are from the hood and shit, like you know, it got gentrified and shit, and they kicked a lot of us out and shit. So. But yeah, I've been in Little Village my whole fucking life pretty much, bro, you know, so like, I've been in the neighborhood, man, like, and up in the hood, like, when I do the music and shit, bro, like, so, I've been doing that, you know, as far as the music, bro, like, I've been with, like, different artists and shit, like, I first got signed with Quinto Sol, Virus Enterprises and shit, like, so I was doing that.
What year was that?
That was, a long fucking time ago, bro, I don't even remember, like, 2006, 2005,
That's
bro.
how old you are, bro.
Wow.
You know, grown ass man, bro. We live forever, bro. You know, puro pendejo cares about years and shit. Bro. Uno que es eterno acá, güey. You know, pinche recién nacido acá. Yeah, man. So like, I signed with them like off the bat, bro. Like I was always cool with them and shit. Like I was lucky enough to like travel the world, like before a lot of these motherfuckers in Chicago even like. Or even live in the city and shit, bro, you know, so like I've done a lot, bro, like I got a lot of love with them, bro, like, I stopped recording with them after a bit, you know, like, like whatever happened, like we're cool again and shit. Actually, like, we just did a podcast in Little Village, you know, with Scribe from Quinto Sol, like this past week and shit, like,
Nice.
Just like I took him to like different spots in the hood as far as like pillars, as far as like, you know, businesses and shit, you know, like restaurants or whatever and shit. You know, I'm a fat boy, so like I took him, he's like, well, where should we go? Like I took him to like fucking, you know, Los Pinches Comales and El Milagro, Atotonilco. So
Bro, this motherfucker got a fucking blog, Pinche Hungry.
Like, it's a lot of pressure on you and shit. Like, for people that are not great, like, for me it's whatever, you know. So una verga, you know?
Yeah, good shit.
But yeah, so I do stand-up, I do hip-hop, I own my own businesses and shit, I do fucking... You know, reviews and shit, and I do Spanish battle rap, which has been one of my biggest like success shit. Where I've like como acá, wey, like it's not like it's crazy known at least in Spanish and shit, pero in all of Mexico, South America, Latin America, any Spanish language, like Spanish battle rap is like a very big thing, bro.
Yeah,
and in that like I'm like one of the like I've been considered like one of the. You know, like
Top 5, bro. No lie, he's been considered top 5.
Not top 5, not top 4, 3 or 2. Probably one. You know? Humbly.
Give it up to that. Give it up to that.
Humildemente.
From Chicago, bro.
Verga, güey, you know, and
No, that's good.
Hell yeah, bro. And, bro, one time in one of these battles.
It's just I'm just being honest. I'm just talking.
In one of these battles, he told another cat, he's like,
Humildemente.
he's like, se encuentran entre nosotros los locos. No, way. Yo no veo dolor en tus ojos. Like, he literally told another cat, whatever you're saying, bro, I come from where I am. You ain't talking about that.
I told like, no veo en tus ojos. Like, soy de los que, like, con el ojo veo si está completo el ocho. Like, you know, like, just shit. But anyway, like, I do a lot of, like, stuff like that, bro. And then, like, after a while, bro, like, I always knew about the brother Demo and shit.
Yeah,
you
how'd you meet him? How'd you come up with meeting him?
I mean, I always knew, like, you know, I mean, the actual story is pretty bad. I look bad. I look like an asshole and shit. So let's not talk about that shit.
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna tell you.
I want to hear it.
So me and my compa,
I'll be back.
me and my compa Check, we had an album with a group called Underground Revolution, and his older brother Milo knew him. He's like, the whole time we were at the crib, he would play videos from him. And then he's like, hey bro, you ever met this dude Juan Zarate? Like, nah, we never heard of him. And then he played us a video.
That was the first red flag and shit.
Yeah. It was 2008, right? We were like 17. And he's like, and Emilio's like, hey bro, I know this fool. What? Cool. He starts playing, you know, what he's been doing on YouTube when YouTube was barely starting, 2007, 2008. And he had this freestyle with Brown Pride.
BrownPride.com.
Yeah, it was a magazine.
Shout out Sal Rojas. Sal Rojas is a real famous photographer from LA, bro. He's like been documenting with his, you know, photography, like the whole culture, you know, tattoo artists to hip hop to everything, to like a lot of like, especially when it comes to Mexican Americans, bro, the pochos and shit, bro. So he's a great one. So shout out him, bro.
So Emilio showed us this YouTube video of him rapping in front of Disco Mall, in the entrance, you know, like in the corner, and the one line that stuck to us as kids. Remember, we never met this man, and Emilio's showing him, and he's all like, "You run fast, you're just a moving target." Oof, how you gonna know that?
Right.
Who, like, there are certain things that some people say that to other people that don't live it, over their heads, but the people that do live it, like, damn.
Right.
And so as us as kids, when he said that, like, damn, and then he started showing us more, like, I know this man, and we were recording an album, and you know, like how he said he has a Discom on, you know, like the.
I had a mixtape shop inside Discom, bro. Like, so my family, like, we've always had a lot of stores, bro. Like, my dad, like, since I was a kid, or he always instilled in me to.
He had a pet shop. If you ever bought a pet in Little Village and Discom on, it was from his. It was from his
so
dad.
like my pops always instilled, like, man, nunca te hagas por nadie, you know, like, do your own shit, like, so.
Yeah.
My family has pet shops, you know. I had like, a mixtape shop at that time, artesanías, a little bit of
I
everything.
probably bought some tapes off you. I didn't even know.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
bad, probably. And it's like when Emilio was like, okay, we had an album, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna take it to Juan at Disco Mall to see if he could sell it.
Okay.
And then it was Underground Revolution. It was our first album, and then took it to him. He heard it, and he's like, yo, they look like they got something to say. They're pretty cool. Hey, this guy's the best one.
Before he goes on, all right, go ahead. But tell me I'm lying if my critique was wrong. Before you, with your emotional ass and shit.
I'm not emotional, bro.
Check over there and shit. Give me the
Okay. So Emilio's checks
Let
older
me have my
brother.
drink.
Emilio is Check's older brother. He took the album to him.
Okay.
And he's like, hey yo, this cat's the best one. Oh, that's my brother. Oh, that's great. This guy's whack. And that was me. Yeah, but it's like, you know, it's the growth. It's the growth. So like, you know, he's like, hey yo, this guy's got something to say. Cool, bring the album here. And we did. And he did. And then I personally went over there just because I was back in the hood. And I was like, let me go see, you know, because I used to be around there. Like, you know, in the last podcast, like, you know, I was around there actively being a part of the gang. We used to go in there. And I always passed by his puesto, and he was always listening to Quinto Sol or Cypress Hill. It was something you know where he was.
Right.
So one time I went without him knowing that I was part of the album. Like, oh yeah, bro, let me buy this. Like, yeah, oh yeah, cool, bro. What do you want to buy? Like, your album. Oh, cool, great. Like, whatever. So I bought it, and he signed it for me.
Okay.
Remember when I went there? Like, he signed it for me. Like, hey, bro, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And his name upside down and shit.
Pinche hipster.
Yeah, but
crack.
and then like at that point I was 17 and Check was 18, and then he had a show in Chinatown, and it was some dude named John Doe and him, and we already knew his songs, Café, and Háganse pa' acá. Like, bro, before we met this man, we knew his songs by heart.
Okay.
Because of Milo and Surf, you know, like they had a CD.
That's how you were exposed
to Juan Zarate.
Okay.
They burned a CD called Latin hip hop. It was another Latin Type Bomb, Omar Cruz, and like a bunch of like Latin rappers, Psycho Brown, and him. And then when he did Háganse pa' acá, el barrio va a sonar. Bro, I will never forget one time me and him were coming back from Springfield on 24th from recording, and we were listening to the album By Your Crib on Pulaski, and we were pounding it in his Buick.
No, Aurora.
And we got checked. And it was directamente, it was his lyrics, and we got checked. And you're black. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna call my, like, no, hey, bro, they obviously don't know you. You know, obviously don't know us, let's just keep going. But we were listening to his stuff before we even met him. So then we went to one of his shows, and then he performed, and then he came down and he recognized Milo and talked to Milo. And he sat down next to us at the park, and then he's like, man, they don't give me that much love, and you know, because of compared to what he's exposed to at that park. And Milo's like, man, bro, I got my little brother and his boys here, bro. They love your stuff. We shook hands. Hey, what's up? Took a picture. Yeah, it was a great moment. I was like 17, 18, and we left after that.
Nice.
He don't remember that. And then
No, I remember like being annoyed and shit.
Yeah, I can't hear. Go buy me some shut.
yeah.
I guess. It's a long story short. It's we were big fans for a hot minute.
Yeah, we knew his lyrics, and then we didn't really start interacting until like 2012 when we started having schedules at a studio. He was recording a feature for one of my homies, Fatal Flows, and I was there recording my EP with my first ever album solo, and he was there. And I'll never forget, like I saw him writing. I already knew him. He didn't know I knew him, and he was writing in a hoodie on the pool table of the studio, writing the verse for my boy's verse for his album. And I was like, damn, he looked like a wild animal, walking back and forth. I'm done. And usually, you know, like people take a long time to record. But like he had a console room, and like we had like an activity room. So when you go into the recording room, you're recording. And I saw him walk in, turn around, went to the bathroom, came out, and he was done.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Pinche Tupac, acá.
One take Jake, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. So I never heard the verse in the moment, but I remember Grave, rest in peace, was there. Ren was there. Mike Diaz was there. And I remember my producer telling me, hey, we got some Mexican cats in Juan. What? Can I stay? He's like, and I'll never forget, Bug told me, yeah, if you can keep your cool. Cool. And I tried. You know, and then whatever, I was like all excited meeting him. And then that day, I'll never forget, we shook hands, and he came out the booth, and then Grave came in, and then they needed somebody to download their beats for Ren's and Grave's song, and I used my laptop, and then that's why I met Grave and Ren. Okay. And then I told him, I just came back from tour 2012 by myself, Mexamefa or whatever. And he's like, yeah, pues Grave's like, chido, carnal, no? Oh, pues qué bueno, you met a slide from Mexamafia, you met some of my people. I'm like, oh yeah, I did meet some of your people. And Grave, that moment he met me, he's like, you want to get on my album? Yeah, I never rapped in Spanish like that in my life to that day.
So Grave was one of your guys that unfortunately passed away.
Yeah.
He was with you guys for a while then.
Yeah, he was very imperative to like the cohesion of it. And that moment when he's like, yeah, get on my album, Juan's like, you ever heard him before? He's like, I was like, yeah, I heard him, he's pretty cool. You sure? Yeah, cool. But it's because my producer had showed him some of my stuff, and after words talking like one-on-one, he's like, hey bro, like there's no soul in that, bro. Like, that's when I realized he was giving me a little...
Yeah, so my critique was never all, like, fucking hate, bro. So, like, he ain't mentioned it. So, like, what I told Milo was about, like, bro, like, it sounds good. You know, it sounds good. But I'm like, bro, like, y eso que fue, like, what was it, like, 2008?
2007.
2007. And, like, it was, like, a mixtape. I'm like, bro, like I sell mixtapes. Mm-hmm. I sell CDs. Like, this is not gonna sell, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, it was like a black and white cover. Like, it wasn't like the art wasn't that great. Mm-hmm. It was like a
star with a fist.
Like it wasn't like an actual
basic.
It was called CD Jewels. Like actual CD.
It was this.
And that wasn't.
This is the album cover.
Okay.
It's terrible. You see that shit, bro?
Yeah.
I feel bad right now, man.
It was bad, bro.
Siento como asco ahorita, bro.
Revolution.
I felt like
This is our first album right here, brother.
So I felt like how Sir felt earlier when I asked him if he wanted to take a fucking mezcal shot and shit. You know? Wakala. Motherfucker said wakala. Remember that shit?
Hey, but like,
The thing is, like, we were kids just trying to do something.
Yeah.
Thought we've had a passion, which we did. We fell in love with it, man. We just wanted to do it, but the thing is, we had no idea.
We didn't know what
How
we
to
were
do
doing.
it.
So in my heart, that's what I was doing. I was like, hey, bro, like. It just doesn't look good, bro. Like it sounds good, but nobody's gonna look at that fucking CD, bro. This wasn't when Spotify was out, bro, where you can get famous from.
There was no Twitter, no nothing.
Facebook.
We would go to North Riverside, Fort City, and just like walk down the malls and try to sell our CDs.
We used to go in front.
That was our promo.
Podcast. We used to stand up in front of the malls, and, like pick up a track, and then we used to freestyle and sell it to people, like literally like that, feet on the ground by ourselves with the 500 copies of from. Costco or wherever we got it from. But like I'll never forget when Milo came back to report what Juan thought.
Okay.
He's like, hey bro, you gotta try harder.
Oh, wow.
But like Dave and Czech was the main, he was more potent, he was more studied, he was
involved.
He was it. He was the man. Bro, we would go up there and this man would show up like with fresh Nikes, fresh Jeep, but we would show up like we were like already
correct.
Bro, we looked like we was it.
Yeah.
And every time he would go up, other females go so he was the man. And then like and then Milo knew it, and then he heard it. He's like, hey bro, everybody's pretty. This guy's the best one.
So what year was it when you guys actually hooked up and formed? Canyon.
No, like we got cool like pretty quick, bro. As far as like when because he was with like Beetle Studios, shout out Bugs and shit. So he was one of the engineers, like part of the whole Beetle Studio. Like so when I started going recording there and shit, first I was recording with Bugs at the time, and whenever he wasn't there, I would record with him. And he had asked me for a feature. Gave me a beat, and I'm like, yeah, I got you, bro.
You know what he did, bro?
But like, I kind of ignored him for like a couple years and shit. You know? Let me
sweat a little bit.
Let me wait for him to do better.
Que salga algo bien.
So like this
algo bueno, algo que valga la pena.
So my personal attempt at this was like, okay, I'm already on Grave's album. We're cool.
Right.
And then
it's like the song nobody listens to on the album and shit.
Yeah. No.
It's the skip one.
Hey man, at least I made his album. He was there just looking, and at the end of the day, like I started just being the engineer for these cats.
Okay.
And I was just like gang banging hard, and my boy Bug was like, hey bro, I can't make it to the studio. You gotta record one of the clients. Like, who is he? Oh, cool. So then I I started recording his features and then recording Grave, and that's how the synchronicity started becoming the chemistry. Like I was recording mostly Grave, and he would be there, and then he would have a feature, and then I would record him. And then one day I just felt like, I have this song, can you get on it? It was called Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, my verse at the first time was what I could do. He came and I was in the studio. He just hit me up randomly like, hey bro, what are you doing? Oh, I'm at the studio right now with some people recording. Can I stop by and record the verse for you after like a year? I was like, yes you can. He showed up. I had like a group of people there. You saw it was like 15 people there, females and everything. Bro, he walked in there. Oh, I'm ready. One take in front of everybody. In front of all my friends.
Oh, wow.
And then he came with Mac and his other boy, and they came with a Ronitos bottle. I lost the job I had that day for drinking with these fools that day.
Of course you did.
And then
As you should, King.
yeah, as I should. And then I will never forget, bro. When he recorded it, he did it in one take.
Like nothing.
Like nothing, bro. And it was like, I took it. And I'm the engineer, and I'm like, dang. Oh, do it again. But no.
And this motherfucker said like 4 years or 5 to release that song.
So yeah. So I'm marinating on it. I was marinating on it. I'm like, man, bro, he got me, bro. Like the Spanglish, everything he got me.
Okay.
So I redid it and then I redropped it. And then when I redropped it, he's like, bitch. You rewrote? I'm like, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
so fucked you up.
Yeah, he still, but that was my first attempt at like kind of a Spanglish, cause like this is somebody I looked up to all my life, bro. I knew his lyrics before I met him. Like, you know, he was like the first proof that you can do this.
Mentor.
Yeah, like you can do this. He became a mentor later after all the talking shit and putting me down.
Yeah.
You know, but like.
I had to, bro.
Still does.
Like I'll never forget. He had a
He just put the whole fucking podcast, bro.
he had a podcast. He tried to do this what you're doing, but he wasn't successful at it. And he did it on an online radio. And then I'll never forget this. He interviewed me. Shut up. Shut up.
Like
so,
everybody, like,
no, wait.
Better. You gotta get better fucking people.
Wait. So I'm on this show, right? I'm on this show. There's a guy on the couch, and then there's DNA Beats. Like I'm like DNA Beats has made music for Juice, has legendary production. Like he's like DNA Beats is a legend in Chicago as a producer. He's been known, right? So I'm just glad to be there. Fuck him.
Right.
And then, but he's the host of the show, and he invited me, so I'm there, and I'm playing my music. And you know what he said right before he played my first song that I presented? If you're driving out there in Chicago, please pull over because we're about to play the most boring shit ever. You might fall asleep and die.
I just didn't want to get sued, bro. Like,
Hey.
You know how, like right now you say like, oh, don't put no beer up because like I don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
We can't say certain things and shit.
Right.
That's how I felt that day. I'm
Hey,
like,
bro.
man, like, what if we
Hey,
die, bro? What if we cause somebody to lose their life and shit, bro? I can't live with that shit, bro. I can live with making fun of him.
Little did he know.
Little did
he know. Like I'm like, that's how I was a hood motherfucker, and I felt it. I felt some rage in my chest. Like, who the does he think he is?
Right.
But I'm like, all right, cool. Let me play along with it. And then like in the intermissions, he's so narcissistic. He had to play his own music in the intermissions. This is a song by me and blah blah blah. And then after the song,
I had to like pick it up.
Shut up.
I had to like
Hold on. And then I said, damn, bro, who's that fat motherfucker at the end of the song? And he's like, that's me, bro. I'll take your bitch any day. I live on the radio. All right, so I shut up. Yeah. And then, but then it got serious. He's like, hey, bro, why you do this? Blah, blah, blah. And I'll never forget, like, he's like, why do you do this? And then the answer that I would say is like, I want to inspire my community and I want to give life to people that don't understand that they can do this as well if they have an aspiration. When I said that, change.
It got serious.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah, because then he knew.
Yeah, like I told him my background.
You told him what's up.
I come from a game making background. I lost a lot of people, and then like when you say things like that to people that are from the hood,
yeah, they can relate, bro.
It collects.
Right.
So he collected it, and then shut the fuck up after that. And then afterwards, like we never really meshed, so we started recording Grave stuff. Grave was, rest in peace, one of our dear homies.
And you guys went to school together? You got it?
No.
None of you guys went to school together?
None of us went to school together.
We all went to Kelly. You said, right? You were in Kelly High School, you said?
Me and Grave, bro, like, the funny shit, like, we were from the same neighborhood, bro, like, but we ain't find out till, like, 20 years later, bro. Like, he went back to Mexico, like, I was Calientes and shit. But, we were, like, we lived pretty much 2-3 blocks away and shit.
The whole time.
You know how it's funny, like,
right.
Life is crazy that way and shit, bro. You know, like how you end up meeting with somebody like or whatever, like your whole life you were there, but kind of like
the entire time he was on the block.
So kind of like how Low Village, bro. Like back in there was the same way, bro. Like 47th Street, like it divides.
Right.
A lot of shit. I couldn't go south of 47th.
It's always a viaduct or.
Yeah, I couldn't go south of 47th because just because I lived on. The other side of 47.
But you never gangbanged or anything.
No, bro.
No, but if you look at the YouTube comments of all his battles, all the Crowners claim him.
Really?
It's so crazy. Like he doesn't do it. He doesn't add affiliation. Okay. But every single person that knows him from this come off.
Right.
Look at the comments. Okay. Coronas, ADR. He doesn't even claim it. And so.
It's funny. Like a lot of my like homies from Little Village and from that side. Like when they see the battles and shit, and when battles are about like people disrespecting you and shit.
Right.
So I mean, like I take it like whatever, bro. Like I'm just going for a show. I don't take shit personal, like whatever. But all these motherfuckers like
they take that shit personal.
Whenever these motherfuckers are over here, bro, we got you. Like nah, bro. It's just entertainment, bro. It's entertainment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, bro?
One of the comments that I read on one of his battles, it says, "I'm gonna tell you shit. I shit you not." Some Mexican dude's like, Juanito se parece como el tipo que sabe dónde están las buenas gorditas en cualquier lado.
Which is facts, though.
Facts.
Hey, bro.
Hey.
Now I know who to call.
Hey. But like, bro, like meeting this brother, like in terms of like transitional stuff, like I had to earn my respect. Like a cat like this, bro, already toured half the country, already been in Latin Grammy awards next to artists like that. You know, like there was no need for him to like feed into me.
Right.
And then like I'll never forget, like after that.
Hey, bro, as much as you talk, bro, who's the one who told Grave to add you to the group?
Okay, so we'll fast forward to that, but I'll never forget one moment I'm recording them as just like, okay, I'm just the engineer, and then they're like, hey, bro, you got anything new? Anything that you've been working on? I'll never forget when he asked me that in front of Grave. I felt like when you get asked for like your most deepest secret. I'm like, nah, I ain't recording nothing. Like, nah, bro, show me what you got. So I showed them, and they're like, bro, you got a great story, but you're kind of boring in this level. You sound like you're rapping on like, you know, like critiquing not to disrespect, but critiquing to enhance.
Okay.
And then like to the point where like, okay, bro, your double time on this, or your from your 2 bar to your 3rd bar is too basic. You mix your punchline with your intro, flip that, things like that, where it comes to like real criticism where you can take that back.
Right.
And then I'm like, all right, cool. And I felt a little bit intimidated, but when they started like blowing up with the battles and started realizing that they were a force in the Latin language, not even Mexico, like all over, anybody that speaks Spanish knows who Grave and Juan Zarate is.
Hey, Juan, let me ask you, when did you learn that you had a talent, bro? How did it come about? How did you start? You know, you had a craft.
I think I was like still in the womb, bro.
Huh?
I was still in the womb. I'm like, nah, hurry up, man. Don't like, take shit over, bro.
You're just born with it. Like.
It's una verga.
Hey, bro, and in the battle he even said,
Bien parada.
in the battle he even said, cuando estás bien cabrón, no piensa que todo lo que haces solo fluye. No es gravedad, güey. Soy yo que está bajándote de esa puta nube.
Nice.
He
Humbly,
said that.
bro.
Humbly.
You know, as humbly as it gets. Nah, bro, like I said, bro, like earlier we had a talk about like our childhood, about school and shit, and which is not, I'm not gonna talk about it in the podcast or whatever, but I like writing, bro. I like creating, bro. Like that's what's like my thing, bro. Like since I was a kid, and
So you were not a schoolboy at all. You were there just to fucking.
I mean, the funny shit, bro, is that like I made the honor roll all the time, and even if I didn't like do my homework or whatever,
Really?
like I was like the badass kid. Like
Damn,
I was
like that.
I was like in detention, but I was on an honor roll. You know, like I was one of those motherfuckers and shit.
I know.
Because I was
same.
always a funny motherfucker. I was always talking shit. I was loud. You know, like like bro, like I'm an immigrant, bro. You know, like when we first got here, like my parents are hustlers, bro. Like I said, like, you know, disco and everything. Like when we first got here, bro, we were always at pinches festivales, bro, and all over the country before we got to Chicago, bro. Like this is a story I never told, bro. Like so, like my parents, like, you know, we had pet shops, everything, whatever, like in little village and shit. So we used to like travel throughout like the country with fucking
Like gypsies.
and like they used to sell birds, bro, whatever. And like at every festival I was at, bro, like they always
What kind of birds you talking about?
Perico.
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 Estoy un poquito confundido, güey. Claro. I wanted to ask, right?
Hey, no, hey, but for real, like,
Edit that one out.
I remember as a kid, my parents going to this come and we're buying a bird from his dad.
Really?
I remember that. Like, I remember that vividly. Like, and then like when I see his pops, you know, he's older man. Of course, he saw many people had passed, but through there. But I'll never forget. As a kid, we always went there, and I don't know if it was the person serving it was this person that looked like, bro. If you ever seen pictures of him as a kid, he looked like this. Like he looked like this.
I've been the same way since like
look like
four,
Shrek, bro. Like
the only thing that changed is like this little couple
Gray hairs
and shit.
He dyes them.
Siblings? Or you're the only child? Or
No, bro. I got a big family, bro.
Really?
But I was going there, bro. Like, I was a fucking kid, bro. And at these fucking festivals, for whatever reason, like they would have like a stage and shit, and I would go on the stage, bro.
Really?
And I would grab the fucking mic.
Zapapito
And I would
blanco,
start talking shit.
zapatito azul.
I would just start talking shit or whatever, and like entertaining everybody and shit. Like that's always kind of been my thing, bro. You know, like, but I like writing, bro. I like as far as like businessman, bro. Like at a store, any store, like I'll sell you anything, bro. You know, I'm one of those, bro. You know, like I've always like owned my own businesses and shit, bro. Like so, like it's like I know I have like a lot of fucking different like things to offer, bro. Like so, like. You know, it was just like the next step, bro. Like, I did the music, I did comedy. I love writing, bro. I love reading too, bro. Like, so like I'm a fan of the whole, like, just writing and everything. Like, I understand everything, bro. You know, like, so like, it was just part of everything. Like, and with the music, with hip hop and shit, like, it just became like another step that, like, to tell my story, to tell the story that I've been around, the people I've been around and shit, bro. You know, like, so it was just another fucking like part of it, bro. Part of my life, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It was like when we first started linking up, I was just their engineer, and then our boy Grave had a real big battle in Mexico where it got violent.
Really?
Yeah, like somebody they hit him with a mic on stage, and he's a cancer patient, and it was really bad. It blew up, and Juan was there, and it got to the point where our boy was like, man, fuck this. I'm like, I can't risk my health, my life for this. Mm-hmm. And then let's record. So I was recording him, and then they did a feature. And then that day when they recorded that feature between them, I had Grave record a verse for me that I was just planning for myself. Like, oh, I got Grave here. Let me, I was more cooler with Grave than Juan, because Juan was just always there, but like Juan would be there for like 2 hours. And then
you gravitated more towards him.
Because I was with Grave for 4 or 5 hours, and I had to learn how to record him. My boy was going through cancer. Okay. And so like I had to learn how to record him, when to stop him, because he couldn't record more than 2 lines. So I had to stop.
Oh, wow. Okay.
and paste them and stop and go and stop and go. Okay. So then we created this chemistry, and I didn't realize that I was creating this chemistry with this person. I was just trying to record my boy. Yeah. But I guess you know what? I'd rather record with Demo than with anybody else. Remember? And then I remember one time I was recording Grave, and he was there outside in the booth with me, and I was just listening to him, and I stopped, do it again. But I treated my boy like anybody else. Like, I just stopped and pressed record, do it again. And then I stopped him again, like, hey bro, I'm so sorry for stopping you like that. I didn't mean to do that. You do your shit. And when I recorded him again, when my boy was recording, Juan literally told me, hey bro, don't do that. We're here, he's here, because we are depending on your ear.
It's because there's engineers, bro, that they're like, yeah, bro, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like they just want the money. They just want whatever.
Yeah, they don't.
So as a rapper, at least me and my brother Grave, rest in peace. Like, I like when I get feedback. Like, oh, you could have done this better.
Yeah.
You could have done this because at that time, bro, like I recorded with a lot of different people, but it was only Payback and Bugs that would tell me like, nah, I think you do this better, bro. Like, because like you feel like they understand your talent, and they know that
they expect the result from what you've been through.
Okay.
And so I'll never forget this, bro. It was like one of the most important moments, me as an engineer, as an artist. Because when I told him, hey bro, I'm sorry for stopping you to do it again. And he's like, nah bro, don't apologize, bro. We're here for a reason, bro. He told me that. We're here for a reason, bro. We trust your ear, bro. You're doing really good, bro. And this is why we're here. Don't apologize. And because I apologized to my boy, because he's a legend, and I'm just this and that. And he's like, nah, bro, nah. He told me in the ear, nah, bro. We're here because of this.
Right.
So don't apologize.
Right.
You did good. Damn, bro. That was the first time like we had that. Oh, don't. You're not down here.
Right.
Continue with that. Cool. So when we recorded that, we played him Griselda, Crowns for Kings. It was a song that just came out that time. Griselda was like doing that boom bap stuff that we liked, and Grave was trying to do some futuristic stuff. When we played that song for him, we played it 4 times in a row. Grab this notebook. I'm doing this all wrong, bro. What's up, bros? What's up, Juan? Let's do that group already, bro. Yeah, wait. No more time wasted.
Because me and Grave, like, we have been, like, trying to, like a long time to do, like an album together and shit, you know? And, it just, like...
At that time, my dad had passed away. My dad had passed away, and both of you hit me up.
It was a few things, bro. Like, you know, Grave, he had cancer, bro. So... he would get sick and then he would disappear because he was in the hospital, you know, like.
So whenever he would hit you up, he had like 5 fucking songs. Bro.
And then like a big problem was me, bro.
That he was writing while he was sick, waiting to get there to you.
A big problem was me, bro. Like at the time I wasn't motivated, bro. Like I was like, you know, I had like a bad taste in my mouth, like from the industry at the time.
Yeah, he did.
So I did features for different people, but like I wasn't really like, you know.
He had actually retired, bro.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done with this shit, bro. And I'm done with this shit.
So when was your first hit?
Well, at SANTO PECADO, so this is what happened. I had asked Grave to be on a feature with me. And he's like, como que está muy rápido, güey. Like, it's 95 BPM. Slow it down. I'm like, bro, I don't got a version of it. So then, him and Grave had a feature from 2 Dominican cats, right? And then they never sent the verse back because obviously these 2 cats killed it. And then while we were waiting for the verse back, him and Grave was like, well, then we'll get on it. And I was like, bro, I don't really rap in Spanish. I don't know where no hay pedo. So I got on it.
You hadn't rapped in Spanish?
I didn't.
Oh,
I
you
didn't,
did.
yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, like that.
Okay.
So I got on it. And then when we showed Grave that song, then bro, he told Juan, let's get on this shit. Let's get on it.
The track?
It was called Asuntos Ilegales. It was our first single.
Asuntos Ilegales.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when Juan had just did the hook for it, it was just me and Grave. And then after that, Grave, after we showed him Crowns for Kings, we played it 4 times in a row, remember? Nobody talked to each other. Just listening to that song back and forth.
Back and forth.
And then he closed his, I'll never forget this, bro. Rest in peace, my brother. Closed his rhyme book. I'm doing this all wrong, bro. Juan, what's up? I can say that's a way. The group project that they were talking about for years. I can say that's a way.
You had a calling.
Yeah, he's like, bro, no me cuesta, he said, no tengo mucho tiempo en esta vida, güey, hay que poner algo, güey. Let's do something, Juan, let's do something. Now.
See,
Like,
he knew, like,
he was going.
limited,
Yeah.
bro.
And then I'll never forget this. All right, cool, but let's do it. Let's do a group then. Let's do it.
Right.
All right, cool. And then he's like, I'll never forget this, bro. And I appreciate you this, and it meant so much to my soul. He said, what about demo? Let's get him on this. You know what Grave said? Who else? Who else can we pass this torch? And then I'm like, what do you think? He's like, what do you think? What do you want to be in the group? You know what I did? Give me a second. I went to the room. I went to the bathroom, walked away from the studio, and I went in the mirror. I was like, composed myself, went back. I'm like, yeah, I'm down. And you know what they told me? Hey, bro.
Psych.
You would have.
You thought.
No, they told me like this. Hey, bro, lo que va a pasar ahorita, güey, todo la tropa de México te va a conocer. And you gotta be ready, bro. You gotta be ready because we're gonna pass it to you. But I can't más. You can do everything.
That's good.
Juan said, alright, cool, let's do it. So the first song we did was Asuntos Ilegales. He did the hook. And then we did Mala Fama. Mala Fama was our first single, our first hit, our first 15,000 views video immediately. And that was my first verse in Spanish completely.
Wow.
And then when I recorded it, I'll never forget this. When I recorded that verse, that was cool. They were there. But then I recorded Asuntos Ilegales, and I recorded my verse, and I played it back for them. They're like, that's kind of boring. This guy's like, bro, that's snoring. And then Grave told him, no, Juan, ya no puedes hablar así de demo, güey. Es igual, güey. Es igual que nosotros, güey. Tienes que darle el mismo respeto, güey. Es el mismo equipo. ¿Y sabe qué? Demo, métete. Go ahead, we record it. I re-recorded it, I came back, and you know what Grave said? No mames, güey. Eso no es nada, güey. No, güey. Qué pena, güey. No, do it again. It was
Yeah,
whack.
I was a hater, bro.
It was whack, bro. It was whack. He's like, te estoy defendiendo, güey. No, güey. You know what I did when they left, bro? I recorded that verse 56 times till 7 in the morning till
Really?
till I got it right. They left. And I did it till 7 in the morning by myself. And that was our first single. And
Commitment is...
bro, and then I sent it to them the next morning, and then what did he say? Like, there you go.
And it took me to 7 in the morning, bro, but I got it.
No, hey, bro, I was like, bro, my voice, like, if you hear that verse, you'll never hear me with that type of, like, tenacity.
Or whatever.
Yeah, it was my first verse, and that was our first single as a group. And when we dropped it as a first single, we had 60,000 views on Spotify as just the single.
So who have you guys performed with?
A lot of people, bro. Like, as far as like us together, we've done shit like with like in Mexico. Like, I mean, a lot of people don't know here. And like, Eptos, like we're really cool with like everybody from Never Die, bro. You know, like those are our brothers and shit. Eptos,
those are legends in Mexico. Never Die is a coalition of a lot of
the Mexicans, which is Sinful, is a fucking legend, bro.
Pecador. We actually brought him to Villapalooza. First time ever in the hood, bringing a legend like that ever.
Yeah, man. So we have all of them, bro. We've done shit with Psycho Rum, of course, bro. Sick Jackin'. So like, you know, there's a lot of legends that we fuck with, bro. You know, I've done like shows with like, you know, on my own with a lot of different people too, bro. But like. It doesn't even matter like who the legends are, bro. Like I feel like it matters more like what we're doing like for our own community and shit.
Like when we first started clicking, bro, and like okay, when the album dropped, Legends, him and Grave, right? And I'll never forget this, bro. Like I was in my development mode, and then like my verse is like and then one time like I'm gonna record this, and you know what Grave told me? Nah, bro, leave that. Cause the next album we drop, you're gonna be better, and we want people to see that growth. I want people to see that growth in you. Mm-hmm. And then the last verse he ever recorded on Pulaski 24th in our basement, and like that's where the studio was. Mm-hmm. Like everything you ever heard from SVnto Pecvdo has been recording in a little village. Nice. Almost 1 million views combined on Spotify all over the internet.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that.
It comes from little village, bro.
What's the news you just got a little while ago? Right now, right before we came on. What was the news you guys got? Did you guys get some news about the?
Oh yeah, so we just got confirmed to open up for Killer Priest from Wu-Tang, May 31st. We just got May 31st. Right before this interview. He showed us the flyer. Like we're set there, and like
that's good. That's good shit, man. I'm proud of you guys, man.
Thank you, brother. Like a whole purpose. Like I remember when we were starting the group SVnto Pecvdo. He's like, bro, there's people like us that speak English and Spanish that like corridos.
Yeah.
Like there's people like us like that we should market to. And like when we did that, nobody was doing that. Right. And then like I will never forget.
It's like what I'm trying to do here too.
Bro, and like I'll never forget when we opened up for Sick Jackin', and he told us it's like we were remember when he walked in when we were over rehearsing? We went to backstage, and then he's all like, y'all weren't rehearsing, y'all were killing that shit. Nice. And that was not even the show yet.
Wow.
And not even the show yet. And then like after that, we started like, okay, Juan has always had these connects. People have always known Juan. Juan in his right, he's always been a legend. And I'm blessed to be in his mentorship. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't easy. You know, it came from
you gotta
pinche puto nomás.
Like, you gotta give him stripes, right?
I remember one time we were at Wings and Rings and shit.
Lost it right there in 30
seconds.
Yeah.
Bro, hold on.
I was fucked up, man.
Let me tell this part.
One of my best friends like, hey, Damo's here. I'm like, what?
He started crowning me from across the restaurant. He's not even a king.
We're in the podcast out, bro.
And then like I'm over here with 6. Compa.
Yo.
Me and 6. We were at Wings and Rings, just me and 6.
Yeah, I heard the story.
And I'm looking, and he's like, hey, you know those guys? I'm like, who? Because he knows I'm affiliated. Like, who? Damn, they keep looking at you. And I peek over him, and I see him, Mac, all his people and females having a great time. The only people in that motherfucker. Them.
Hey, so what about Czech? How does he fit in with
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
Let's talk about Czech.
So when we first brought in Czech, we had already had like 4 songs in. He's never really been like, we never really showed him anything. Okay. When the studio was where it was, he heard like the first song of Legales, like
he's checking out the paint, like
he's like, what the hell? Bro, this is sick. He never really met Grave until that day. And then we moved the studio to the basement on Pulaski 24th on it was like September 15th.
It was because it was Mexican
Independence Day. And we had a signee from Quinto Sol there. And this is how I knew he was my brother.
Okay.
This dude tried to get on the song. And then we recorded him, and then we played everything that we had for SVnto Pecvdo for David. Mm-hmm. And he's like, bro, whatever the fuck, y'all just recorded with this cat. Does not fit in here. And not only was that cat in there, he pointed right to him.
Oh shit.
This shit's whack, bro.
Keep it legit, bro.
You don't belong in here. Whatever y'all doing, doesn't belong here. And look at David like, bro, this dude is right here looking at you. And he's like, hey, bro, I'm sorry, bro, but you're not SVntoPecvdo Pecado material. What? And now my brother's here. What?
We got to check here now.
So this cat, okay, so Quito Sol had already signed Juan.
Okay.
And then this cat that had just got signed to Quito Sol was in the studio and he told Juan, what do you recommend? What do you tell me? And you know what Juan said? Do your own shit. Don't do it.
Okay.
Fuck it, he still did it. But he tried to get on the album on some singing shit. Bro.
Here's, I'll say this though, man. Everybody has their own style of making music, right? And to me personally, music's subjective. But I feel I have an ear for shit. This guy's been my brother since we were 10, 11 years old. I heard what I heard, and I'm like, dude, whatever this guy's putting out, the other guy, that's not going.
Trash.
It's not.
Bro,
it's
he
not
literally
going-
called him trash
it's not
in his
good,
face. He called him trash.
It's not good.
Stop being nice.
It's not
He
good.
called him trash to his face.
I did.
Bro, that's just trash, bro.
It is what it is.
And that dude's like, oh, it's because you don't like me, bro. He's like, nah, bro. It's because
You suck.
It's, yeah.
No, and I told him, like, dude, there's been songs that you've made, and I'm like,
Yeah, he told him, like, yo, they're good.
but this isn't it right now.
Yeah. You're not SVntoPecvdo Pecado material. And this is before he was on the team. Like, he just had heard 3 songs that we just had.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
like
he has an ear for-
Yeah.
little backstory, like I said, we started doing music back in the day. I fell off. I stopped making music. He kept it going. That's how eventually he became an engineer. He started mastering his own music. Eventually, how he came into the mix with Juan and the whole camp.
Yeah.
I
As
just
an
kinda-
engineer, bro.
I just kind of stood on the silence. I just stood on the silence.
Like, you know, like, Gladiators?
Yeah.
That's how he was. Like, literally, bro, like, there was, like, I would show him.
El chacal.
Word up.
El pinche chacal over here. Shit.
hey, bro, but like, he would give, like, it would hurt to hear that.
Yeah, of course.
Like, damn, this motherfucker. But, like, what he would tell me, like, afterwards, like, you know, when I went, hey, bro, this is something.
No, and that's one thing. I heard it, and
From the
I
beginning.
think we have been such avid fans of hip hop in general. We know when we hear a good product.
Yeah.
I heard it. I'm like, dude, this is special.
Well, especially when you've been hearing that shit all your.
And not only that, he's like, bro,
childhood or whatever.
let me show this to Milo. When we showed it to Milo, see, Milo and Surf are like the last resort, even though Surf doesn't give a fuck. Like, I will play him the shit. He'll look dead at me like nothing happened. Like, motherfucker, I just mentioned you.
That
You know?
face, like, sorry.
Like, yeah. So like, there was this one
That shit was
song.
funny, dude.
There was this one song where I made on my first album by myself. I'm like, where to surf it to my low. They showed me how to focus on my flow. Where the little brother was my bro. Like, you know, like I literally mentioned him by name, and he didn't give a fuck. And like,
But
But
I mean, to digress and everything, it's when I came in, like I was just a fan. They only had a few songs, and I'm like, dude, this is genuinely dope. Not because you're my boy, not because
Yeah.
I know you guys, not because I was a fan of Juan and I admired the guy as a person.
Like I knew he was serious. What he liked when he heard it, and then looked at me.
I'm like, dude, that's nasty.
That's nasty. Like,
So at that point, I was just more like, all right, what can I do? And it became more of a
he's the art director, bro. And nothing releases unless he's
I honestly,
cool.
if there's something I feel that
Straight
should
up.
He
be
gets released. I think he's a final okay though.
He's the final stamp because he creates the cover art, creates
Yeah, I do
the
all the
identity,
art.
creates
All
the
the art.
aura.
Everything. I
I
do.
like it. It's cool. I like I like the whole religious thing that you guys are doing.
Yeah, the SVntoPecvdo
Since
Pecado.
Santo Pecado started, which is Asuntos Ilegales,
The first cover
that
art.
cover art, that was me to this day. Everything Santo Pecado has released as far as imagery, that's been me.
Yeah.
As far
And that is
cover
the
art,
stamp that has given us the volume of not only just the music, but the art directory of pochos, of Mexican American mixed culture. And we're like Asuntos Ilegales, you know what the first cover art was? Chapo's son mugshot.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the cover, and then like people commenting, they said, oh, it's a mafia. Es que sabe qué, no sabe lo que está metiendo. Like, bro, Relax.
People
You don't remember that when he got caught? And he all he had, like,
and then our second
yeah,
cover art from Mala Fama was Rafa Caro Quintero.
Okay.
So like we were looking at personalities in our culture, and he would take it and bam.
Dude, because I feel like that was a reflection of what they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's that pocho shit. Like, he has it in one of the songs. Is gangster rap y corridos, así son los pochos.
Okay.
Which is like a reflection of us, bro.
Yeah.
That's it, you know.
That's what we were called. When we were,
Mhm.
Well, that's what my family was called.
Vente pinche.
Porches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a common term. It's not offensive.
But yeah, but this brother right here, bro, ever since he was there, that moment, he commandeered it. The moment he told that dude, yeah, bro,
That
that's
shit, I
it.
saw something like, holy shit, this guy's.
And Grave even
He's got
said,
stamp of
and,
approval.
and our boy Grave was like, damn, David, why you gotta be like that?
Oh,
You know, Grave, rest in peace.
and
And,
for a reason, bro.
and
But I mean, generally, to me as a person, I don't have a filter, bro. I don't like you, I don't like you, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold my tongue.
He's
and at the end of the day, bro, like everything we've ever created has been funneled through the homie, and not because of like it's convenience. It's
It's good
because
shit, man.
there's been people offering us, bro, to do our stuff. Oh, we should do that. We should, hey, let's do this and I do that. One time we had some cats say, you know, like, oh yeah, I got somebody that can do a better cover. I'm like, a better cover for what? Oh, for the album y'all just dropped. Oh, we're sorry, our boy passed away. We couldn't take more fucking better pictures to fulfill what the fuck you
What
wanted.
you wanted, whatever
The
content you need.
The fuck type of shit? What the fuck type of shit is that?
That's fucked
But
up.
so we just took what we had. Our boy wanted our faces on the front of the covers like a regular hip hop album.
Yeah,
So that's
of
what we
course.
gave them. And so like a lot of people like, oh, this and that. Like, nah, bro. Our identity is within our craft. It's like an essence. It's an aura. Like we even name songs after like El Brody, Jorge Campos, the
Yeah,
goalie.
people we looked up to,
The-
people we watched.
Yeah, so we give an altar, or like, okay, for example, we did a song called San Simon. That's Saint Simon at the same time as another biblical figure, but San Simon in Catholic figure, he is the man of the throne, of the greed, of the women, and all of this. And we did that song. So we earned that essence. And then when talking to Sick Jackin, he's like, man, bro, you guys got a dope aura. You guys already got a dope thing. Man, you guys could drop songs in Dias de Santos, Dias de, you know, and then he's
Something that nobody really has done.
yeah, the moment
Nobody,
he
dude.
the moment
Right,
he
it's
told me
crazy.
that in the
Right.
hotel room, you know, that day after he performed,
Awesome.
he's like, bro, you guys have an essence. Don't ever back away from that. And then we didn't. We never did, and it's been working to our, you know, like
It's your advantage.
yeah, and it's like, so now when we drop, we kind of wait for like, oh, it's Good Friday, it's el día que Santo viene, and like, and it becomes almost like a unholy, like sacrilegious stuff, but people love it, bro.
So this album you guys literally dropped it like on Ash Wednesday, no? Or what? Was Cerquitas, no?
Close to it.
Close to it, right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
like, bro.
so-
So this last project, it's been in the works for a minute, honestly, man. But it was collectively kind of discussed that it was gonna be put together without any promo. With the first one, there was like information. Like, it's a promotion. It's gonna get dropped.
well, the
This is
first
what we're
album was
doing.
in promotion of our boy's death, so it's
Okay.
like,
I mean, also to
Yeah.
piggyback off that, it's kind of unfortunate though that our
Yeah.
boy was there through the whole project. But unfortunately, he never got to see the
He didn't get to see
release.
he never got to see it, bro.
He
And
never
you
got
know
to
what's
see the final
crazy? The
product
last song
and
he
everything.
performed, the last song he recorded on the album, he selected the date of when we were gonna shoot the video, which was June 24th, and he passed away 2 days before.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then voice messages when he was like in, you know,
And June 24th was his velorio, bro.
Yeah, his velorio. He didn't pass away the 24th. That was his velorio.
so he passed away before
Before
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Still.
yeah, and then he said, "Tell David to do my shots, wear a mask. I'll give him my
Yeah.
permission."
Shit.
Bro, he's like, "Bro, tell it, yeah, you guys can do my
Wow.
shit. I'm not gonna be able to do it." And it's just like,
Damn.
it was tough, bro. Bro, when we
Yeah,
had, remember,
it was
imagine this,
tough,
we
man.
already had booked the dude
Yeah,
from
the-
Belgium.
The
And-
videographer, the guy who records the video,
Yeah.
we booked him from Belgium. He's a German guy.
Yeah.
And
Which
we
Huevo?
took 6 syllables from
he's-
Phoenix on the
that's what I was asking
feature.
you earlier. He's the guy who
That's-
does your videos.
Yeah.
And this is the guy. This is the song Mala Fama.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
put
first.
2 people.
That's the
Put
first
2
video.
people out of state, out of country to come shoot that. And they already knew they were gonna shoot that, but they didn't. When down the way here, our boy passed away.
Damn.
And then when we were, bro, when everything happened, bro, we didn't have the heart to do it, bro. We're right.
Well, no. How you gonna find?
And then you know what the fuck? This brother said, "Hey,
Let's do it.
let's fucking do it, bro.
Yeah, bro.
This is it. It doesn't matter if it's raining. He's here. Let's do it." And we did it, and that was our first hit, Malo Fama, which we recorded in Malo's basement. Which Surf was the most antagonist with the mask coming down with all the weaponry.
Yeah.
You know, thank you for that, bro, for the sponsorship.
Yeah,
But like,
the
bro,
city's
like it's been it's not
Your
it has not been easy, bro. Like when you wanna come over here? Talk about the Aguascalientes show. So when our brother passed away, they had a memorial in Aguascalientes,
Okay.
in his native city, and Aguascalientes there's Feria de San Marcos.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I've been wanting to go.
And that's
Like
where the
4
event-
days or something like that. No.
Yeah, and that's where the event was held. So
Yeah.
there was people there paying
It's a hot spot.
5,000 people showed up to show respect to our boy.
Nice.
And when we were there, I'll never forget this, bro. Like when we got booked, he's like, "Hey, bro, this is a memorial show. We're getting booked. Let's go." We're like, "All right, let's go." And I'll never forget, bro. When we got there, we showed up days before, right? And then when we showed up to his block, bro, you couldn't even walk in there.
Wow.
It was so packed, waiting for us.
That's nice.
When we walked in there, bro,
You guys were like, wow, probably. Holy shit.
bro, it was.
You know the funny shit, bro? Like he had told us, bro, like
Yeah.
years before, like man, bro, one day you guys are
Gonna come to my city.
come to my hood. You're gonna see like how much you love me there and shit. You know?
And you're gonna see it.
predicted that
He
shit.
told me, he's like, "Hey, bro, how they love you in Little Village, that's how they love me in my city, bro. You're gonna see it one day."
Wow.
And
Pero si dieron chingón.
we never got to see it with him, but when we got there, bro, to this corner, he even said it in one of the last verses. He said, "Tomando coronas en la esquina." And when we were there on his corner, there was like 16-year-olds in a cipher rapping in his honor under his mural. And when we got there, we couldn't even walk in there. And when we walked in there, they saw Juan, his family saw us, and they hugged us. And I tried to introduce myself to his people that never met me. Carnal, no es necesario, demo. Sabemos quién eres, carnal. Gracias por everything. They walked us into his
His arms
house.
wide open, man.
Yeah, bro. And we had a legendary street cipher and outside with 50 people surrounding us. We're only our phone playing the music, and they asked us to rap this last verse that our brother did, and we performed it for the streets in Aguascalientes in front of like 50 people, bro, before the main venue. And it was crazy, bro. 5 came, they moved us into their house, into his house, where he lived in his apartment, and his whole family was like, "Bro, if it wasn't, we love y'all, like your energy is with him." And I'll never forget, bro, Juan was so fucked up. Remember, this my brother is a legend, bro, so everybody was surrounding him. And I'm sitting by myself, bro, trying to absorb the energy. And one legend, El Güero, he's a battle rap legend host, comes up to me. "What's up, Demo?" I'm like, "What's up, bro?" "Hey, bro, drink some beer, bro. You know, like, bro, relax yourself." You know what I told him? "Bro, I didn't come this far to celebrate my boy's death, dog. This isn't a celebration for me, bro. My boy died for me to be here, bro. Like, this isn't a celebration." He's like, "You're confusing it, bro. He would want you to appreciate this moment." And he told me, looked in my eyes, like, "After this day, tomorrow when you perform on that stage, you'll never be the same motherfucker ever again. You're gonna be amongst gods. And everybody else that's gonna see you up there is gonna see what that brother saw in you. So enjoy this day."
Yeah.
And he called Juan over. "Come here." You know what Juan said? "It's mi gallo, güey. El gallo, no, see what you say." Juan's all fucked up. But rightfully so, we're all fucked up. The next day, the show happens. I'll never forget, bro. This motherfucker told me right before we came on, and it's on the live video in front of 5,000 people, big ass stage. "Hey, brother, we're doing this for our brother. Make him proud. Nodded our heads.
I made it happen, bro.
You'll never," he told me, remember what he told me? "After this day, you'll never be the same motherfucker ever again." Cool.
Hopefully so.
We're walking up to the performance, bro. Everybody's pulling him, taking pictures with him, interviewing him, taking pictures with him, all that. After the shit happened,
Same thing with him, bro.
it happened with me.
I
As soon as
told him, bro, that, I have more experience in it, bro. Like, you know, like I said, like, you know, I've been doing it for a while and shit, like, so like I was a little bit more used to it. You know, like, but I told him, like, bro, shit's gonna change today, bro.
your prices went up.
Like, you're
Yeah,
you're
you told me
fucking
that.
dope, bro. You're this and that. and they're gonna know why me and Gabriel like chose
Believe in
you
you.
as our gallo, you know.
After I got off stage, after that, it was a time.
Dude, like that day, bro. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro. But that day, bro, I remember when we got off the stage, bro. It was super emotional, bro. Like, cause like it's our brother, bro.
People were congratulating us,
Yeah.
but it wasn't a congratulating moment.
It was a
We
lot of
didn't
shit
feel
going
that. It got to the point, bro, where he would text me. Dude, I'm talking about. It was a huge show, bro. Like
I lost him backstage, bro.
he kept texting me like,
Where are you? Where you at, bro? Where you
I'm
at?
alone. Where the fuck you at? And I was like, bro, like we're both like with anxiety, bro. Like you know, mixed in with our depression, mixed in with our like.
And that was the
our
first
friends.
time I've ever been bombarded backstage, not only by fans, but by legends, like legends in Mexican rap, HP, like people that saw me perform. Like, this motherfucker left me alone. And I was in a hotel with rap legends, and he's like, ¿Y tú qué pinche güero? And I was like, yo, I did this, I did that. Oh, shit. And by the end of the day, I got the respect. So by the end of the day, I'm in backstage without him, because he's my way home. And nobody really knows me, and I'm looking for him. And I had like a real bad social anxiety, bro, where I was telling people, get the fuck out my face.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, remember?
Yeah.
I was like
I'm used to that.
I was getting a hood motherfucker. People offering me pills, offering me shit.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, sácate la verga, güey. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
And he had to come and be like, hey, bro, relax.
Yeah.
Relax, bro.
Yeah.
You're safe. You're good.
Yeah.
Remember? I had a mental break. Like, nah, bro.
But like at the same time, like, I took him to the back, like yeah, bro, like let's.
He slapped me.
I got you, bro. Let's show it here, bro. Like, cause I get it, man. Like, it's not easy, bro. Like, you know, like honestly,
I couldn't
like,
even go to the bathroom, bro.
You know, like
Stopping me.
you know, like from when you're from any hood, bro. But like you know, we're from Little Village and shit. That's what we do. Like, we grew up like with trauma, bro. You know.
PTSD.
You know, like
Yeah.
you know how I spoke to you about like you know teachers who didn't respect my mind, like how all of us did and shit. Like
They downed you.
like
You had
bro,
talent,
like
they downed you instead of lifting you up.
so like you know what you know how fucked up you have to like grow up to where you don't even know how to accept compliments. Bro?
Exactly.
That's fucking.
You know,
Exactly.
like so somebody tell you like.
Yeah.
Somebody tell you like, oh, you're fucking amazing. Like, man, get the fuck away from him, bro. Like,
And that's the thing, like when we were
Are
backstage,
you hitting on me, bro?
and like,
get off my dick, bro.
bro,
Sácate, marica.
I was backstage having like an anxiety attack, and he came back, he's not knowing that, and he asked the people sitting around me, he's like, ¿Qué piensas de mi gallo, bro? He asked them, ¿Qué piensas de mi gallo? And you know what they said? Bro, this motherfucker's a legend, and when he touched me, get off from me.
Like, it's cause like, bro, like
I couldn't do with it.
I was the same way, bro. Like, you know, like the first like times that like I had like when I was on tour with like Quinto Sol and everybody, like when I had people like coming up to me, like I'm like, man, get the fuck off me, or like
Yeah.
respect my
I had
space,
that moment, bro.
Respect my space, bro. Like you know, like
Don't take me to the after party. Remember that shit?
you know, like because like bro, like sometimes when you grow up in a neighborhood like where a lot of us
You're
grew
not
up.
used to that.
A lot of us grew up with like.
You're not used
Bro,
to that environment.
Hey, bro, like me, bro.
None of us.
Like, I mean, like maybe a lot of us, bro. Like I didn't even grow up with like my own family like hugging me. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, it was,
You know, so like when somebody else is doing it, like,
Bro, I was on some
back
like,
up. Dog.
like my anxiety was at 100%. I was like, get the fuck off of me. I was like swearing at people. I was swearing at Two-Face, get the fuck off of me, bro. What the fuck's your problem? You don't fucking know me. Where the fuck is Juan? And I'm looking for Juan, and I go to Juan, and I'm like, I'm on it. But as soon as like, are you good? I'm like, damn, I'm really not that. You know, like, but he recognized that shit, and then like,
because like I know I went through that, bro. You know, like my sister, bro. One time, like, so at this come on one time, bro. Like I don't want you to subject. Like at this come on one time, like there was a soldier one time, bro. That he went to my store, and he's like, hey, bro, you're Juan Zarate, right? Like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, bro, like he was like in Afghanistan or some shit, bro. He's like, yeah, bro, like your music, you know,
save me.
like you know, took me through everything I've been through and this and that. Thank you so much. And at that time, bro, I'm talking about like 2008, bro. Like I didn't know how to respond to that shit, bro. It wasn't that I was being a fucking egotistical motherfucker, bro.
Right,
I was just like, oh, okay,
Cut you
bro.
off guard.
No, but I said like I shook his hand or whatever. And my sister was like, what the fuck, bro? Is he my mom? Like, I'm like, no, I'm not trying to be my mom. Like, and then, like, I haven't, to this day, I haven't told her. Like, I'm like, bro, like, when the fuck have you ever, like, at the time, like, when you ever, like, hug me and tell me you love me? Like, my family never told each other we love each other, bro.
There's a
like,
stigma in our
you know,
culture,
like,
bro.
you know, like, as you know, like, so I didn't know how to receive love, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not trying to like fucking like you know,
I know
like say that like it wasn't my fault, but like even like with like growing up, like, you know, when you're younger, like shit with women and how you treat them or whatever, like bro, like I didn't know, bro. I didn't know how to love somebody, bro.
Yeah.
You know what?
And I think that's
No, I wasn't taught that.
Yeah.
I wasn't taught that,
Because you weren't
bro.
given that.
I wasn't taught that. Like I saw
You grew up that
how,
way.
unfortunately, I saw how my dad treated my mom. I saw how my older brother treated, like, you know, like I know how to love, bro. You know.
None of us did, dog.
You know, like so when I receive love, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Get off me, bro. Yeah, what the fuck is this? You know, what the fuck is this? Like I'm like maybe I'm being like a little like
No, because like that day on the tour, this dude's offering me drugs. Nah, motherfucker, I only do this and that hood shit, and it's just like, bro, calm the fuck down. Remember? He had to grab me. I'm like, bro, take me to the hotel. I'm fucking leaving right now. Bro, it took him and Mike Diaz, another legend in Aguascalientes, which is Grave's brother-in-law. They're like, carnal.
Yeah, he was wilding, bro.
Yeah, bro, I'm talking about fuck off my face, don't touch me, don't talk to me, don't fucking get near me. Like, I was like that anxious, bro. Like, there was just so many people, bro, at the same time. And then some people are talking to you good, and I got this piece of shit fucking battle rapper, Alf, ¿cómo se llama el pinche Gino?
Don't say names.
Nah, fuck him, I had to check him. He kept calling me a Spaniard rapper, bro.
Oh my god.
Remember? He's like, hey, cálmate, Nacho. I'm like, you know, wait. I literally had to tell that motherfucker, you don't fucking know me, bro. You don't fucking call me that. Yo no te conozco, güey. Yo no me llevo así, güey.
Sí.
And I had to tell him that. And then the promoter that got us there, he wasn't trying to pay our food, remember? And he's like, he told everybody, todos ustedes están aquí por mí, cabrones. You know what I said? No, güey. Estamos aquí por Grave, güey. No por ti, güey. Yo ni te conozco, cabrón. And then I'm getting active like that in the middle of a restaurant. He's like, hey. He's like, hey, calm down. So then when I calm down, I can't even eat because the motherfucker in front of me is making fun of me. Because I look like a motherfucker from Spain. And I'm like, mira, güey, tú no me conoces, güey.
Bastard.
Yeah, so now I'm getting activated always. And this motherfucker's like, hey, calm the fuck down. You're not, and you're, and I'm like,
Cálmate, Juanito. Cálmate, Juanito.
and then I told him like this, you think I came this far to fucking be told this? And he's like, alright, do your thing.
Hey, Juan, so how many battles have you been involved in, bro?
Uno, la batalla contra el alcoholismo, bro.
No pues.
Oh, God.
Nah, bro, probably like, I don't know. Like,
I heard you.
It's 'cause like when
puros pinches W's con Juan.
it's because when you keep winning, bro, you just keep coming.
Hey, bro,
bro.
he was
Like, you know, like who'd you battle?
Y'all need to check out Juan, man.
La cirrosis, güey. Pero batallando con la cirrosis.
No importa. For real.
Like, who'd you battle? Like, well, I mean, they battled.
Hey, wait. Hey, and his first battle he had in California.
I just showed up.
He said this. Me preguntan por qué yo no batallo con rap. Es que yo no batallo con rap. First lines, bro. I'll never forget that shit. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out some shit. I'm
Yeah.
gonna check out your portfolio.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, man, I heard you bad boy.
Yeah, I'm about to battle in Argentina, bro, in May. In May, bro, I'll be out there and shit. It's a 2-on-2, bro. So it's like it's my first 2-on-2.
And you're on YouTube. You got videos on YouTube posted where we can check you out.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Then look up Juan Zarate versus.
Juan Zarate versus.
And somebody BS, somebody shit will pop up.
So like, no, I'll be out there.
All right, cool, man. Argentina, huh?
Yeah, bro. That's
You were
crazy.
talking earlier about Chile too. What were you saying about Chile? You probably gonna be out there too, or no?
I'm not supposed to talk about that, so we'll put this on a podcast.
Okay.
But hey, bro, like honestly, bro, like thank you for having us. And this is our first actual in studio as a group ever. And many entities from Chile, from Spain has been trying to get us together to do this, like what we did for you, what we're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, what they do is do reaction videos to our videos.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to get us together, bro.
Yeah, I know you guys are saying that.
Yeah, it's hard to get, like,
Your
even
schedules are all screwed up, man.
it's not even that, it's because we can't stand each other sometimes.
Nah,
You know, like,
man.
I'm getting doper and he's getting older, you know, so shit happens.
So we gotta talk about your album, bro. That's what we're here for. Your album. What's the name of your new album that you guys just dropped? What's it called?
Juanito Zarate's and
pretty much like. I have him as like my backup dancer and shit, bro. You know, like.
I like about these guys.
You know, I just like try to show him love, bro. You know,
Nah, bro.
The shoes with the ballerina shoes on.
I think I want to have him
And his hand in his
like throwing apples and shit. That's That's like the only way I have on my shit, bro.
Nah, bro, but we just dropped an album, bro. It's called Corona de Cristo.
Corona de Cristo.
Alright, bro. It's us two plus six syllables. He's from Arizona.
Okay.
He's part of a group called La Plaga with Pecador.
Okay.
So it's really been an honor to be a part of that project with that
Shout
man.
out 6 syllables.
Yeah, 6 syllables, bro. He's a top
Simple.
tier, legendary Latin artist. And it's like when he first came in, bro. Okay, so we had a show in Mexico City, in a rooftop. We walked in. First thing he tells me, "Come here." Before checking, come here. Walks me to the edge of the rooftop. Hey, you ready? I'm like, ready for what, bro? What do you mean, bro? You gotta be ready. I'm like, ready for what? And he's like, ready for today. And I'm like, all right, cool.
And we had just walked through Tepito. I was wearing my gold chain.
Bro,
Jordans
okay,
and
so
shit.
we were late for that.
I don't even know about Tepito, bro. Like, it's like.
Okay. So
It's like,
we were driving in a
It's like Little Village on steroids.
No, wait, tell them, bro. We were in a Bronco. We were driven to the show in a Bronco, the 2-door Bronco with the tire in the back.
Uh-huh.
And then when we see it, guess what I say first? I go in the back. I got the shooters angle in the back. And then what did Lucha say? Like, what the fuck he just say? And Juan's like, don't worry, bro.
Chicago shit.
Chicago shit. Just let him drive. Just let him ride in the back with the tire. So we're driving to Tepito and we're late for the show. And we're like, bro. And we're like, bro, we gotta get there right now. And he's like, all right, let's jump out. Fuck it, we'll walk it. He was walking in Air Force Ones. I was walking in Jordans with chains. And we had the dude with the videographer with the most expensive cameras walking to the most dangerous neighborhoods in Tepito to get to our show. As we're walking, you can see like it's like in the Wild West, and like a shadow arises in the corner. Oh, it's Juanito! ¿Qué onda, Juanito? ¿Qué onda, Juanito? I'm like, bro, tuck your chain in. He's like, nah, fuck that shit.
It's too late.
We're
They already saw me like.
It's
like if I tell my
too
chick
late.
now, like they're like, I'm a pussy and shit.
Hey, bro,
like, I'm from Chicago.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not gonna take my chain in now, bro.
It was
like,
too late, bro. It was too late. So we did the show. That's when we met Pecador. We met a lot of
I
people that day.
Interpause for the show and shit. Shout out to Cubole, and we're about to take a drink.
Órale. I was about to say to do some shout
I
outs.
know we've been like.
Estos güeyes hablan mucho.
I know. Shout out to everybody and
out to
shit. Shout out to everybody except Surf and shit.
Everybody say surf, bro.
We got Surf in the background right here.
We got one ferry in here. It's not even
Surf.
surf.
Who's surf? Who the fuck's that?
We got a ferry in here. It's not to Ellis Island.
Nah, man, but for real, man. Shout out Cubole, man. They're doing he's doing an amazing job and shit, man.
Hey, brother, man. Thank you for this platform.
Oh,
bro.
no, thank you
like,
guys, man. It ain't possible because of you guys, man.
And honestly, man, like you're about to see
Yeah,
more
I'll
shit,
finish
like
designs.
hopefully, like he invites us more often and shit, like to help him
For
out
sure.
with this shit, man.
For
Like,
sure.
if you guys ever like want to come through, man, like you're not invited. Fuck y'all.
You gotta be a legend to be in
You
here.
gotta come out and
amazing.
support, dog.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
come out and support.
And I feel real, dog. Hey, man, to see
Thank
you
you, guys.
from the hood to here, bro. Thank you for
Well,
this
thank you,
platform,
man.
bro.
I'm glad you guys are here. It wouldn't be possible. You guys aren't here. If you guys aren't here, this is not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
No, thank you
And I
for
really
having us.
appreciate you guys
bro.
being here and calling me, and I'll do anything for you guys. What you guys need, anything.
Thank you, brother.
I'm there for you guys. Any more shout outs you guys want to do?
Anything?
I want to say, hey, bro, honestly, bro.
What'd you say?
Anything?
Honestly,
We'll
bro,
edit it
like,
out.
there's so many shout outs, bro, but like, honestly, bro, like, I know you guys already mentioned it, bro, but like straight up, bro, like, you know, our brother Check, bro.
Shout out to Check. Shout out to Milo. Shout out to Surf.
If Check wasn't around, bro, like, I don't think we could have done this. Like, I don't think people understand, like,
How important this man
it
is.
is, bro, like, to what we're doing, bro. Like, everybody looks at me and Demo, and I mean, they should obviously.
The guys know.
I mean, obviously, like, I'm super important, of course, and shit, you know.
Claro, claro.
Nah, but like, you know, Bugs and everybody, like, it's super important, bro. But like,
But without David, bro, there would not be this identity. So
Shout out
thank
to
you,
Check,
brother.
man.
We love you,
so
bro.
like,
dog.
so
We
Check
love you,
is
bro.
so Check is just as important as us, bro. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and
You know?
even not even that, even more. Because we've already been who we were. But without him mixing that art, we would never be where we are, brother. We love you, bro, and thank
That's
you
good
for
shit, man.
We thank you for everything.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you for believing in us, bro. Like, I swear to God, bro, Milo served his whole family, bro. Like, we curate this whole art around them, right? Like, if Milo don't,
I wish you guys the best, man. You guys are doing really well, and I'm proud of you guys. I'm really fucking proud of you guys.
Next time, bro, you gotta come up to one of our shows.
You gotta go to the show, bro. You gotta come.
Especially we've been doing shows like not this year, but like last year. Like since we started, bro, we've been doing shows with corrido groups because like that's kind of been our essence, bro. You know, like so.
If you got a corrido opening up for us, we'll do it for free.
Okay.
You know, so we've been doing all this shit, like, bro.
I'll do it for
so,
free, chicken.
So it'll be dope, bro. Like if you come out, bro, like and do this shit, bro. Like, but whoever like is watching us and listening, bro, like man, thank y'all too, bro. Especially everybody from Little Village, bro, from the south side of Chicago and shit, bro.
This is for y'all, bro.
All my people that I grew up with in Dubai, you know.
También tú síguele, Juan.
You know, pues uno que anda por acá. I'm sorry that you guys don't have passports and shit. Uno que anda por acá, triunfando la vida and shit. I can't apologize for being great.
Hey, Corona de Cristo now.
I could just hope you could reach this greatness too and
So
shit.
yeah, once again, guys, these guys got a great album coming out. Corona de Cristo, look it up, man.
Thank you, brother.
It's gonna be popping, man. You guys need to get on that shit real
Yeah,
quick.
thank you, brother. Hey, man.
So don't forget May 31st, man. We got a show with Killer Priest at Magoo's
That's right,
and shit.
Magoo's.
You know,
Southside Chicago.
It goes on
in Burbank and
Burbank,
shit.
right there by 73rd Street, man.
Yeah, right by the. Yeah.
After that, we got a show with Los Bookies and shit, and fucking
Los Temerarios.
at the Rosemont Theater and shit. You know?
No joke for Magoo's, man. 31st for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. Thank you guys, bro.
31st, man.
All right, man.
Any more shout outs? Y'all good? Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Yeah, we're
Ready to
good.
hit the pisser?
Let's go.
All right, thank you everybody for tuning into the Q&A podcast. Once again, I'm here with these dope, beautiful people, Demo Ramirez and Juan Zarate, Santo Pecado.
Thank you, brother.
All right, thank you, and
Very
thank you for
beautiful.
tuning in, and thank you Off Leash Designs, offleashdesigns.shop.
Get something for your ladies.
Get something for your desk, man.
When's the last
My girl
time you said something
got-
for your wife?
My girl got some good shit. Go on there, Off Leash Designs. It is not possible without you, baby. Love you. Take care, guys. Peace.
Peace.